Introducing Jose Mario Hilario. Jose Mario Hilario.
Hi, this is Jomar Hilario answering a virtual assistant work from home question. Question for today is, Jomar, in your pakiwari, in your thoughts, what would the virtual assistant world look like 30 years to 50 years from now? Is it still going to be there, or is it's going to be erased? So my answer to that, what's the future for work from home, would be what's the future for computers? The same answer. What's the future for the internet? Same answer. The trend today is the internet is becoming faster and faster. I used to live in a world where you couldn't do YouTube without waiting so much. Now, I've been to countries that have internet access 75 megabits per second. And you press a button and YouTube, it plays immediately. Now, that's not the Philippines, but that's the future. By the way, if you want to look at the future, go to Japan. So, does it mean that in Japan, people are working at home? No! Japan has a culture of employment. So, what I'm telling you is the question of what's the future of VAs is the same question as the future of the internet, which will be faster. So more people can work at home. More data can enter the home through the internet, and unlike now. And then another one would be, what will be the future of computers? Will computers become easier or difficult? You know that before the computers, you needed the keyboard. Then they developed the mouse, which was introduced in 1982, and now they made a tablet, the iPhone, which was done in 2007. So all these per decade development will now lead you to a future wherein it's going to be easier and easier to use computers. So easier to use computers, faster internet. How about working? Will people hate working at home? What do you think? What do you think? Here's a question. Before corporations were done, where do you think people worked? Before the invention of multinational companies, where do you think people worked? In the castle. Is that right? Oh, no. Not every country on the planet have castles and royalty and kingdoms. So where do you think people worked? In the field, right? The fields. And a lot of them are blacksmiths, and they in the shops, if they had shops. Okay? So after that, the invention of the corporation drove people to the employment world, right? So why is that? Because of control. Because the data is there in the company, and the meetings are happening inside the company. Now there's faster internet, easier to use computers. You can actually do meetings across the world right now from your home. So what's going to be the trend for working? Will people still want to commute? What do you think? Do you want to commute? Is it something you desire? Trend when it comes to cities, the trend of the city is the core of the city becomes really old and people leave the core of the city. That's what Manila, the old Manila, is looking forward to. It's becoming very old. And the outskirts, the Sukat and the Taguig and the Makati, that's the one growing, and now Alabang is growing. So the trend for cities right now, I study this, so is it becomes the center, the core of the city becomes very old. It's no longer important. Escolta used to be the most important city in Manila. It's now Makati, and it's going to be now in Taguig, and it's now going to be Alabang. Because people are going to get out of the city and out in the outskirts. So commuting into the city is not going to be a trend. It's going to be inside. You're going to be commuting in your own small community. So maybe people would prefer to work there, but you answer the question. Is there anything in your heart that makes you desire to commute to work? Or you just want to finish the work? What do you think? So that you're going to answer that. I told you the trend in computers, in the internet. I told you city trends, sociology. And so you answer your own question. Would there be online workers in the future? My assumption obviously is yes. Obviously yes. Will people still hire people online? Yes. Will Filipinos now start hiring virtual assistants themselves? Yes. Of course not. Of course. When the Filipinos start waking up to the fact that they don't have to line up to this large OFW line in POEA, or this huge dark airport section where they have to register for their taxes and stuff, then people will start learning, okay, we can use the internet to earn the dollars instead of going abroad and facing loneliness and destroying marriages and families by being away so far for so long. So that's the future. It's a great future. I would love to see you there. This is Jomar Hilario answering your virtual assistant work from home questions.